Joe Stokes, District 9. You have been sent the video. I will read his statements verbatim. A current Dallas City Council member stated publicly, "The part you do not mention is how many times I've met with you and I've given my commitment. In fact, I've stated on public record several times that I am in support of your stance. It is absolutely something that you can't get done without 7 other people. In fact, I've also mentioned to you that we have 5-signature memo to get something on an agenda. But if we don't have 8 people to vote for it, it does no good. In fact, if we kill it and it was an agenda item, it hinders our ability to get back for a vote. So I've asked for patience, and I've explained to you my strategy, which is that we have to get it through the committee. I've put it on my committee agenda, and I've also mentioned to you why I took it off, because DWU, Dallas Water Utilities Department, gave me the briefing that they were going to present at committee, and I pushed back, and I said, I don't want to hear from Dallas Water Utilities. I want to hear from an outside research source, because any legislation that was passed 60 years ago should not be in place. I believe that we have come strides when it comes to fluoridation. In fact, look at a very stereotypical example of something that has stayed in place, and that a profiting industry that has a lobbying arm, it has a dental arm, and has no true benefit that was originally intended of its purpose in our water. There's no reason why we should be adding something in our water that is labeled on toothpaste. Every toothpaste that we test tells us not to swallow it. When mothers are nursing, the doctors tell them to use distilled bottled water simply because they do not want children with their cognitive development to be ingesting fluoride. All of this data has been something that made me realize and support your efforts, and sometimes that's just the divide between activism and legislating. Some trust has to be put into who you are asking to do the work for you. I am still doing it. It's just not going to happen overnight. So the much anticipated fluoride briefing will never happen? And the council continues to poison millions with a toxic waste they are adding to our water? You are responsible. The council voted it in. You need to vote it out. Thank you.
Thank you. Regina Ambergia.
There was not a forum for a good portion of what he had to say.
That's not true.
My name's Regina Ambergia, and I'm in the 14th District. And I would like to, I'm going to show about a 1.5-minute video of a briefing meeting that the mayor actually called. Now, he hasn't called a meeting to talk about fluoridation, even though 98% of the world doesn't fluoridate their water, and we have some of the sickest people in the world. So we would like to, and we've wanted to have experts come, because people like to say that we just have conspiracies and no facts. We can bring you the facts if you would have an open public meeting. So now I'm going to play this video. So this was October the 19th, and there has been a couple articles, not very many. Okay, and this is you, Mayor. This is you. So if anyone wants to see this video, I tried to pull it up, and it said video not available. But there is a way you can go. You go to bit.ly/City of Dallas TV, all small caps. Okay, there's no volume. It's not my problem. It's only a 1.5 minutes, and we're going to get it working. The deal of it is, Mayor, you're telling this committee that they were going to look into procedural changes. And one of the procedural changes could be to cancel open mic. And as you said, a lot of the members weren't really for it. But you, in essence, do say on here that would be okay. It's picking me up. so people, I should stop. Okay. Is it good? That's okay. You can start it there, if it starts. Well, the public can go to October 19th. Like I say, you have to go to that special place to find it because it says video unavailable. And the mayor is basically saying that he wants to hear from us. He really, really does. And it looks as though if someone were to play this clip like I am, as though I have an agenda to make it look like you don't want to hear from us. But he has said on more than one occasion that he has a lot of work to get done, and this is a business meeting, and that we actually interrupt. Now today, he was 37 minutes late or something like that. In the 37 minutes that the air was being paid for and security was being paid for, which he discusses in this,
That's your time.
almost all the people could have
Thank you.
done their 3 minutes. Thank you.
Thank you. Senator Crenshaw has canceled. Serena Nolan.
Good morning. I hope you all enjoyed your vacation. I don't know if you had a chance to take the temperature out there, but boy, is it getting hot. Let me tell you, it's really exciting. We are living in the greatest times, I think, of all. People are really starting to wake up. And I have to tell you, I was a little late to the party, a little slow waking up, but after the fraudulent election of 2020, and of course at that time I really thought all there was just that we were being pulled with a scam election, but that was really just the tip of the iceberg. I think COVID really started to, things started to sink in when we realized that our government was paid with our tax dollars and in cahoots with the Chinese Communist Party, developed a man-made virus that they unleashed on the world, killing millions, and have gone on to develop a vaccine. And fortunately, people are waking up to that as well. I think the proof will be in the pudding. You see how many people take that vaccine, because most people I know either have their own vaccine story or they know somebody that has had a vaccine injury story. So I was a little late getting to down to the local issues, and it was about a year ago, last year, that I had first addressed this council. Actually, first time living in Dallas 30 years that I'd ever come to a city council meeting, and witnessed your Kabuki Theater. And anyway, that was when I realized, I mean, what is it you're doing? You have to know, out of all the things that the emails that have sent to you, of all the reports have been delivered, you've got to realize there's something to the hazardous effects of fluoride in our water. You have to realize it. And I think, what is it that is it you're stupid? That I don't know, and it's, do you have a lack of courage? You see the baby powder even that, they've come to realize is maybe not so good for you. You talk about Dr. Dean Burke. I mean, he died in the 80s. He's no slouch. He was completely, pushed off fluoride in the water. He was the one that, he started the National Cancer Institute. What did he do? He invented the MRI machine. Pretty smart man, but he had a complete turnaround and realized, he actually
That's your time.
attributes 10%
Thank
of
you.
cancer deaths in this
Thank
country to fluoride.
Thank you. Jeremy.